Fourth quarter of the Super Bowl from Joe Robbie Stadium in Miami. The San Francisco 49ers, 15 minutes away from an unprecedented fifth Super Bowl win. Third down and 2 as play begins in the fourth quarter. Steve Young has already thrown 5 touchdown passes. Gives the ball to Ricky Waters inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
So typical of the way that the evening has gone for San Diego. You see Junior Seau, who comes on an inside blitz, and Ricky Waters takes it to the outside. This
very familiar looking play, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah, it's typical of what's happened all night tonight. San Francisco has just literally had their way with San Diego any which way they wanted to.
They have one problem you pointed out. They're a little fatigued. It's very humid here. It's about 80 degrees at the start of the game. And with the 49ers, they do a lot of pulling. Their offensive line, it's hard work tonight.
I'll guarantee you that San Diego is a lot more tired right now.
They're going to feel it a lot more. You know that. Ricky Waters picks up about 4. Well, you know, we opened up our Monday night schedule this year with the 49ers against the Raiders, and everybody thought the Raiders were maybe the best team in the AFC, certainly one of the 2 or 3 best. The Niners looked fabulous that night. Hit a bump the next week losing to Kansas City, and then, you know, again, that crazy game against Philadelphia, but outside of that, they have been on an incredible roll this year.
And we talked earlier, the next week coming back and winning 27-21 against Detroit after being down by 14, and they never looked back since then.
Young to Rice, and that's incomplete against Steve Young. The 6 touchdown pass, if it happens, would be the first in history to accomplish that, and that would really be the exclamation mark to this incredible season for him. And
George Seifert
looking for his 2nd Super Bowl title.
I think after that pass, George Seifert is incredulous.
Yeah.
That actually was a poor throw by Steve Young.
Super Bowl.
Maybe I should give him the hook.
Yeah, bigger and bigger, doesn't it?
Over 170 countries looking in tonight, many of them broadcasting in their own language, and it's like a power battle almost up here as we walk along the press box with the foreign languages that are broadcasting games.
Rice making the catch, stretching and reaching, touchdown San Francisco. A clinic.
And I think Jerry is saying, don't hold me up yet. There he is. Good. I thought for a minute that he was a little banged up.
The slant.
And I believe
We've seen that.
that's the record for Steve Young. Has 5 touchdown passes in this game, breaking the record of Joe Montana in the Super Bowl. Wow. What do you say?
Look at the little move to the outside, so familiar. Breaking it back to the inside. Steve Young right there with the football. Dwayne Harper, the victim.
Oh, that's a beautiful look, guys. Beautiful look. Spiral on the ball, down low. Harper has no play on it whatsoever. Wright's a big receiver. You know, it just doesn't... These guys make touchdown passes, and scoring at this pace just looked, again, so routine and so ordinary. That's such a mark of brilliance.
That's a ring to it. 49ers 49, San Diego 18.
Never a great player. This is tough to take. Junior Seau is a great football player.
Yes, sir.
One of the best to ever play that position. Almost literally taken out of tonight's game.
Ryan kicks off, fields it up at the 13-yard line. Here's Coleman, who has already run on back 98 for a touchdown. Out to the 38-yard line. He's tackled there by Adam Walker.
Elvis Gerbach is warming up on the 49ers sideline. You have to wonder if Steve Young and his assault, that's his season, and those are numbers that look like an average game for Steve Young. Steve doing some heavy fan action over on the sideline. Normally when a QB dons the old baseball cap, it's looking like his night is over.
From the 38-yard line, Humphrey throws. Ronnie Harmon makes the catch. And he's tackled there by Eric Davis. So the 49ers, 5 Super Bowl victories after tonight in 5 appearances. Twice they beat it in Cincinnati. Once they took care of Miami. Once Denver. And now on their way to disposing of San Diego as Humphreys goes incomplete.
Coverage once again. Stan Humphries having time to throw the ball and just good coverage downfield.
Well, one of the things we promised Dwight Clark, Al, down on the field before the game was that we would compare this edition of the San Francisco 49ers to some of those great ones back in the early and mid-'80s that he played on. And, of course, it's all speculative, but wow, what a collection this group here is.
Pretty tough. 3rd down and 5. And the catch is made up at the 49-yard line. That should be a first down with forward progress. Most people, I think, feel of all the teams, the 84 team.
That was the 18-1 team.
Right. They lost to Pittsburgh in the regular season, rolled through the playoffs. There it is, most points in one postseason. The Niners have just eclipsed that mark. Their 89 team with 126, and Dallas in 92 is 3rd. Humphries airs it out and out of bounds. Ron Jefferson couldn't hold it, and he's out anyway.
Humphries is down and having a hard time getting up. Ankle or knee, having on his left leg.
Oh, look at
He's still trying to get the huddle so he can get a play called. They've called timeout.
Terry Markwright calling an official's timeout, and that means we're going to see Gail Gilbert, a guy who has been in the Super Bowl now 5 consecutive years. He was the number 3 quarterback at Buffalo the last 4 years.
which means the result is the same.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, he got stretched out.
Yeah, there you can see that's Bryant Young rolling up the back of the legs of Stan Humphries, and when Stan Humphries leaves the football game, you know he is hurt. This guy has a pain threshold that eclipses most normal human beings. This is a tough guy.
The key game for the Chargers early on this year, he went out with a sprained knee, and they were down by, 10 points, and he came back in the next series and brought them back to a win over the Raiders.
And he also only missed 1 game after having surgery done on his left elbow. So here is Gail Gilbert, 2nd down and 10 at the 50-yard line, 12:34 remaining. 49-18 49ers. Then we started to talk about that 84 drive generally recognized as the best until now.
Gail Gilbert only 3 starts in an NFL career that's spanned 9 years. Living behind Jim Kelly and Frank Wright.
Gilbert starts to slip. What a way to begin. Takes down to the 43-yard line on an improvisation move, working on Humphries. Steve Young and Jerry Rice keynoting this team. The 84 team, of course, with Montana. The emerging Roger Craig.
Ronnie Lott.
Clark. Yep, Ronnie Lott. 3rd down and 3. Say, set of bounds. Their other championship, their first one was one that came out of nowhere in Bill Walsh's 3rd year to beat Cincinnati. Then the 84 team. The 88 team was an interesting team. They were 6-5 at one point that season, but roared at the end and won. And the 89 team was Seifert's first year, and they destroyed the Broncos in the Super Bowl. And the 90 team was a great team as well. They came within a Roger Craig fumble and a Matt Barr field goal of going to a Super Bowl. Instead, it was the Giants who went on to beat Buffalo.
None of them were shot blue.
No. Harmon.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Nice little piece of athleticism there by Tyrone Draper. He did a nice job of keeping Harmon on his feet and then letting go at the last minute. Tap dancing right over the top of the bench. Don't try that in your living room.
That's very interesting. Unless you're Edwin Moses.
There it is again.
Watch Draper go over the top of that thing.
Good move.
I guess.
I was going to say, I found it interesting that they have not gone at Deion Sanders as they said they would all week long. They have avoided him with the exception of a couple of plays in the first quarter.
2nd and 10, flags all over the joint.
Well, there were multiple 49ers on San Diego's side of the ball.
Sort of a weird alignment. If you look at the Chargers, the way they lined up, I think they might have had one guy on the line of scrimmage.
Offside, number 92, defense. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down. They were in kind of a rainbow formation.
They were.
Things changed dramatically. When you take your regular quarterback who takes all the snaps and practice and has played in all the games and take him out of there, they just wrinkle like this.
I don't think Jerry Martin and the boys I don't think they have the heart to throw any flags in San Diego right now.
Remember, you need at least 7 guys in the line of scrimmage. Here's Harmon taking it down to the 10-yard line. Tackled by McDonald. Johnny Harmon, born in Bayside, Queens in New York.